Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be installing a backup camera in Matt's E60. You already saw us install the new radio from Avin USA, which runs Android and has the ability for Apple CarPlay. You saw us install that in the video before. Now we're going to add a backup camera to that integrates into the handle of the E60. So we're going to run the cable all the way from the front of the unit all the way to the back and show you guys all the wiring on how to do that. So let me show you guys what we have for the camera and wires and how it goes, and then we'll start running the lines. So when you buy the backup camera from Avin USA, this is what you get: the actual backup camera integrated into the trunk handle, the OEM connector that plugs right into the old button for the trunk release. Then you have this cable, which one is for the video, and then we have power and ground. And here's the actual cable that also supplies power from the front of the head unit, and then you run that all the way to the back with this cable. It doesn't matter which end, they're the same. And this one also connects to the trunk handle for power. So now what we're going to do is set you guys up on a tripod and show you how to take apart the trunk liner so we can install the camera. One thing to note, definitely test out your camera before fully running the line, and that's what we're going to do here.
Alright guys, so we are going to take the trunk liner off now. So first thing we're going to do is take off the hazard and the toolkit, everything. So for that, you just twist this tab that holds it up. And then there are two felt Phillips head screws. So then it just slides up and out. And next, we're going to use one of these tools to release all of these clips, all the body panel clips.
Alright, so I'm now just going to remove the monitor. I'm just going to pull it forward just for testing purposes so we can actually test out the backup camera before we physically run anything. So it is a T10. I mean, you guys probably already installed your radio, so you already know, but it is a T10, and that should remove the monitor. Now I'm just going to pull the monitor forward. No need to actually unplug it if you have enough room. Literally just move it forward. And then the wires you need to pull out is you need the red one for the camera for power, and there should also be a cable to plug into the video source. So here's the video source, you have power. There's also one more that's a pink one that you do not need. In this case it says video. It says camera DET, which I'm assuming is determinate to determine if it has, if it's in reverse. However, the camera or the monitor already seems to know which gear it's in, so that's pretty cool. So now I have the cable right here, and I'm going to plug into it and then splice these two together real quick just to test.
Alright, so to take out the OEM latch, there are two clips that you have to push down here and here. You can't show it, but you can get your hand in there, push it in here and here, and then that'll rock this side out, and then you can get it out from there. There you go. There's just a little pin that holds it in. You can push down or pull up on it. Alright, so here's what it looks like. These are the two clips that hold it in on the top, and this is what holds it in on the bottom. There's not really that much. So it's really just getting these out, and then it's breaking the seal on this side. It's not too bad.
So the nice thing is that the camera will plug right into that factory connector that you undid from the old one, making it a plug-and-play solution in that sense.
Alright, so now we're just gonna shove all the wires back there and pull them down inside, and then grab our trunk release wire and plug it into the new connector.
So now we are going to actually try to snake the cable through from the back. We removed the bottom part of the rear seat by just pulling up on it like any normal car seat. We also removed this panel right here, and then there's a a clip right here, a clip right here, and a clip over here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. And if you lift this up a little, you should be able to see right here, you have some cables coming out. And that's where you want to snake down the cables, right here. There should be a red cable that you can see right there, and we're going to try putting a snake through there. So we were able to snake a rod all the way to the back seats. This E60 does not have split fold seats, so we were able to snake it from the trunk, and it's right here. So I'll show you where we ran it from the back. Quick note is I would recommend using a coat hanger. We use something way too stiff, but you can see right here, we were able to snake it, and basically all we did was just stuck it straight through here with a rod, and now we're gonna tie it up and pull it back this way. Make sure you leave enough slack when you do it to route it neatly through the trunk and up into the actual handle. But that's kind of how we did it for an E60 without split fold. Just pushed it straight through and it hit on the other side, and then one person had to pull it back a little, push, pull back until we were able to get it through, but we were able to finally do that. So we ended up running the cable to the back, and you just saw how we pulled it through. Matt is now going to run the cable up to the trunk lid.
So to do that, we need to take off a little cap in the back here.
So what we did is we snaked a wire down this pole, and then Matt grabbed it right here, and now he's taping it up, and he's gonna pull it up through.
Okay, so we ran this up. Now we're gonna plug in the two yellows together for the video. And then I grounded this cable, which is the red and black. It's mostly black. To this bolt up here. It's a Torx.
Get you guys a better view.
This one right here, it's covered by the interior panel, so you won't be able to see it or anything. And then this red hot wire, just gonna plug right into here. And we already tested this, it works. So we're gonna solder these together and then put heat shrink over it, so it'll be nice and clean.
So we are just in the process, we routed everything up the tube, plugged everything in, and we're just in the process of wrapping it with Tessa tape to make it not rattle, and then we're gonna use zip ties to secure it along this cable right here and make it look nice and clean. Alright, so I now have the cable right here, and I'm going to work on snaking it down and up to the front. I pulled off this panel and the ones up front too. They just pull up. So I just want to show you guys how I ran the cable. You just saw a time lapse of me running it, but I ran it all the way up here. And then if you keep following down here, there's a little hole right up there on the side. You can kind of start to see right over here. There's like a little slot that you can stick the wire through. Hopefully you guys can see that. Run it up there, and it ends up leading out. I'll show you. It ends up leading right down that hole. I don't know if you can, probably can't see the wire, but you come out that hole. It was a little difficult to snake, and then I just ran it. I tucked it back. I ran all the way right behind here is nothing. Just be careful, make sure it sits on the ground because there's the airbag. Ran it through here. You get the cable right here, and then it was just a quick line going up, and now we have the cable right here, and we're going to plug this cable in here and solder this wire to the red one. Here's a look at the monitor after we installed it. So if we're down here, if we put it in park and we look, backup camera right there. It will integrate your PDC if you have it. Matt does not have PDC. So if I turn the wheel, it's really cool. It moves with it like a newer BMW. And I really like that feature that it turns with it to show where you're projected at when you're backing up. I find that really helpful, really cool. There's some settings to adjust the brightness and stuff on the left-hand side and to enable park distance control. You can even get rid of these lines if you want and just see where you're turning, which is pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that video of Matt and I installing a backup camera in his BMW e60 using that Avin USA head unit that they sent us. And we installed a backup camera that's integrated into the trunk handle, so it works great. You have both functionalities working perfectly, and it even has the lines as you saw for when you back up and turn the steering wheel to make sure you're projected into that correct spot. I will link the radio and the backup camera down in the description so you guys can check that out below. That's all I have for this video. If you guys have any questions about anything related to the head unit or backup camera, drop them down in the description. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing. Don't forget to like this video. It helps me out a lot. That's all I have for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.